Concert promoter Bill Graham, who died in 1991, made a huge contribution to the history of rock and roll. And his legacy has been very well tended to by the good folks at Wolfgang's Vault. And Wolfgang, incidentally, is the name that Bill was born with before he fled the Nazis in Europe and moved to the United States. Now last week, the Wolfgang team finally opened up the video wing of their enormous concert archive, absolutely killing the productivity of live music fans everywhere, this one included. Now we've only had a chance to sample some of the highlights from the vault, and in the weeks ahead we'll be bringing you more fantastic moments from this invaluable archive. But here's a couple of gems that should convince you to go and check out wolfgangsvault.com if you haven't already.
It's just like a leaf on a tree. Like I go walking on the railroad.
Astral Weeks, the 1968 album by Van Morrison, is considered by many to be one of his finest achievements. 2 years later, in 1970, he stood on the stage of the Fillmore East, the Bill Graham-owned club in New York, and delivered a stunning version of Cyprus Avenue, which was broadcast as part of a TV educational special. Among the viewers of that TV program was the preeminent rock scribe Lester Bangs, whose musings on the performance are well worth a read. There's a link in the description below. Check it out. Also on the bill that night were the Allman Brothers, who laid down the smoking version of Whipping Post. This is a clip that's already become one of the most viewed over at Wolfgang's Vault. And the Allmans, of course, would return to this stage a year later to record their breakthrough album live at the Fillmore East. The Who spent much of the first half of 1970 on the road, performing their rock opera Tommy, the ambitious Pete Townshend-penned song cycle that would eventually be made into a movie starring Roger Daltrey, Elton John, and Tina Turner. This show at the Tanglewood stage in western Massachusetts was actually the last of the tour, although you'd never know that from the energy and passion on display as they whipped through the opening overture of Tommy. This concert's never been shown before, and it really captures Keith Moon at his absolute prime. Well worth a look.